I hope you all had a good and Merry Christmas. It's that time of year now to reflect on how last season went on. And this is some snapshots from my diary explaining my allotment for this year. Onions, I've got to say, were pretty good. I was impressed. The potatoes did well, so I will be repeating that, but the main crop weren't as good. The problem being damaged by slugs, wireworms. So raising the beds is my answer for next year. Runner beans again were a success. What am I going to do next year? Well, instead of a tent to grow them in, I'm going to build a fan. I grew plenty of beans. Some I gave away, some I froze. Beetroot was quite successful. Didn't grow enough though, as were the salad crops. First batch of brassicas didn't do very well. They were decimated by the diamondback moth, but the second batch which I put out, they survived and did quite well. The few cauliflowers I planted did quite well, but there was not enough of them. My personal favourites of success for this year is the parsnips. They were really good. They got a good size, they harvested well, and yeah, I'll do the same again next season. There was some veg that I tried for the first time, such as these turnips. I'll definitely be growing those again. So what's in the future then? Well, I'm still doing my lists. Oh come on, I know what you're thinking. What decides the priority? How did you work those out? Well, it's quite simple really. First of all, you draw an arrow. The arrow at the start is called an event, and that's an event at the other end. So that's a start event, and that's a finish event. The arrow has no time meaning at all. It is just an arrow. It can be this big or it can be that big. And what we do is we draw a line down there and we call that time now. And you just list all the things that you can do. So the first thing I can do is I can joint the kickboard, and then I can excavate the west trench. I can collect wood chip. And I can collect the coal frame lights. And then we say to ourselves, well, what job is dependent upon jointing the kickboard? Well, it's putting the kickboard and nailing it to the posts on site. So we nail the west kickboard, and so on, and we go through that. And these are all the things that could all happen all at the same time, completely independent, till when we've nailed the north one and we've bottomed out the trench, we can't do staple the wire till that one and and that one's done, so we join them together. And the other things, they're all going on quite happily, but again we can staple the west wire but the north wire is dependent upon that, and then we can build the cold frame or the hot box. So that's a key time. So we play around with it, do some rubbing out, we do a neat one, and then we have our network. Okay. We now turn to mathematics, and what we do is we put some time to these. Now I tend to spend 2 hours a day, or that's my target, is 2 hours a day on the allotment, but I can't put 2 hours down there. I have to put the smallest unit, which is a day, but it doesn't matter, it makes everything work out. So we put 1 days in there, bearing in mind that these are in actual fact are 2 hours. So if I get a day where I don't go down to the allotment, then I'll do 4 hours the next day, or that's the target. And starting from the beginning here, we add them up. So 0 plus 1 is 1, 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 plus 1 is 3, 1 goes up there, 1 and 1 is 2, 1 plus that is 3, 0 up there, that is 1, so that is 2, that is 3, that becomes 4, that becomes 5, 6, 7. Okay, just an arrow out there, put 1 down there, that becomes 0, and there's a 1 goes in there, that's a 0, that's a 1, and that's a 2. So we start working backwards then. So we take 1 from 7 is 6, 1 from 6 is 5, 1 from 5 is 4, 1 from 4 is 3, 1 from 3 is 2, 1 from 2 is 1, 1 from 1 is 0. Come back up there, and that becomes 3 from that, and we've got, let's start again, we've got 1 up there, 2, oh we've got them in, and that's 3, so I come back up there and that becomes 4, 3, 2, 1, and that is 4, 3, 2, 1, that becomes 7, and that becomes 6, that becomes 7, that becomes 6, and that becomes 5. So what we've got is where all the numbers are the same, that is critical. Within there. And all the others have got what's called float time. So anything that's critical is an A. Anything that's got float is a B. Anything that's got oodles of float is a C. Or as the say on the television, simples. So, in an effort to make it look more simple, I've drawn it all out in C.P.M, and I hope that makes it all add up. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Hope you found it interesting, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up, and Happy New Year to all my subscribers. Bye!